Hi, welcome to Dave's Corner of the World. Have a great day.
Review of the Chicago Electric Welder 125 amp Flux core welder from Harbor Freight. Well, I bought it not too long ago. I got it on super sale at $80 some, $86 I think. Brought it home. I never even turned it on until I put the bridge rectifier in it to make it DC. So it operates on DC instead of AC. Now, I've been in electronics for many years. And I know with a full bridge rectifier, you should put capacitors in there, and all the reviews that I've seen say you're supposed to put 50,000 microfarads capacitors in there to help knock down the ripple. Well, I got my bridge rectifier off of eBay for less than $9 delivered. It was a 150 amp, 1600 volt full bridge rectifier. Of course, it's only putting out about 35 volts or thereabouts, but the amperage was where I needed to be, and the price was definitely right. Less than $9 delivered to my house. You can't beat that. I put that in. I'm not going to even show that to you because there's so many videos out there on YouTube that shows you how to do that, and people have done it, and that's fine. I decided I was going to get 5 1,000 watt capacitors off of eBay and put them in when I got the welder. They didn't come in, so I put the full bridge rectifier in, put it together, and I thought, well, I'll try it. I'll put my capacitors in when I get them in, and then it'll be a pretty good machine. Well, I tried it with just a full bridge rectifier in it, and it works fantastic. I think of all the reviews I've watched on this welder, I think it probably works with just a rectifier in it. I think it probably works 30% better than I had anticipated it working with the capacitors. So I'm not even going to put the capacitors in it. I'm just not going to. I do know a little bit about welding. I was a journeyman welder for approximately 16, 17 years in one of the biggest welding fab shops in Kansas City, Missouri, and one of the biggest steel fab shops in the Pacific Northwest. So I do know a little bit about welding. I had more cards in my pocket than you can shake a stick at. I was certified for virtually everything that was going. So I am a welder. I know what a welding machine is supposed to do. This machine does it. I might, if it's a winter day and I don't have anything else to do and I just want to fool around with something, I might put them in. But as far as making it a better welder, I don't think it's going to. People have complained about the ground clamp being kind of a yucky little ground clamp. Well, the thing only produces 125 amps, if that much. I don't know what it puts out. I haven't checked it. So it's okay. I'm not going to spend $15, $20, $30 for a good clamp to put on it. It's not worth it. But what I did do was 2 things that I've never seen anybody do. Of course, it comes with approximately a 6-foot power cord and an approximately 6-foot whip and approximately a 6-foot ground clamp. So that means you can be only about 12 foot away from your work to get to 120 volts at 20 amps. Well, I thought that was kind of limiting. I don't want to carry an extension cord around with me, a big heavy extension cord. I had an old cord that was good for about 60 feet. I also got a cheap right angle grinder from Harbor Freight. I think I paid $10 for it on sale. Runs on 120 volts. If I put a long extension, or a long cord feeding my welder, I'd have to have another extension cord to run my grinder. Well, I've got battery operated grinders, but I don't want to use them up. I'd rather use a $10 grinder. What I did was I put this extension cord on it. It's not really an extension cord because you can see I'm going right into the welder. And I've got it in there fastened. It's not going anywhere. There's 60 foot there, approximately. But what I also did was I also put a 120 volt plug right here. That way, I can run 60 feet away and have my grinder right here. How far is 60 feet? Well, let's just go find out. 60 feet is so far that I get my 10-2 cable tangled up before I get there. So, I have a fix for that. Check out the picture at the end of the video. Yeah, I'm still going. And I've got to curl back about, there you go. I'm still going now. This is 60 feet. That's a long ways. I can get up on probably a 2-story building if I have power at the base of it and weld with my welder. Up on a roof, up on a 2-story roof if I need to. I can go from inside of a garage to way out in a driveway. Now I don't have a plug right there. It's about 10 feet away from me, but I got a plug over here. I'll plug it in, get my extension cord wound up here, or my long power cord. I'm going to go around here and plug it into a pedestal that I've got for my motorhome. Okay, I got it plugged in. I'm going to turn the welder on. Okay, it's running. I'm not going to do any welding, but you can see it works just fine. Plug my grinder in. Now I could even use a big grinder. If I had a 7-inch big heavy-duty grinder, I could even use it on this cable. It's heavy enough to do so. You can never weld and grind at the same time. Well, I won't weld and grind at the same time because I can't do both at once. It's going to work out great for me. I put this little piece of tie wire around a screw up here. I bought these specifically for this welder. They'll never be used for anything except cutting off wire, welding wire. So they just stay there. That's their home. That's where they live all together. But this is what I did to make my welder workable for me. Oh, you might see up here, I made coffee this morning on my rocket stove, and I'll leave links to those below. Got coffee all day long, put in a carafe, made off the rocket stove. It took about, I changed the configuration since I made the video. I use about 5 or 6 pieces of wood, just like this. Now this is off of an old pallet. Just cut and split. And I used about 4, 5, 6 pieces of that to make that whole carafe full of coffee this morning. see you next time.